I'm not going to basically answer any of your questions or comments, but it's on the board for everyone to see, and you can contact me by my confidential number or email and so on and so forth in order to speak to me privately. But when I'm online, basically, I want to present the fact that you can join a New Skin platform with me. That I'm in network marketing as well. So whoever wants to be part of this leadership on this platform can be part of my network. So try some of these products. So basically, physically, you're covered for all these issues of malnutrition or whatnot, or making sure that you're healthy. Mentally, you keep the conversation running in our platform, and emotionally connected or tuned in, and that's what this telepathy is all about, that I'm gonna talk to you about today. We are all telepathic. I don't claim to be a telepathic person, because we all have it, we all use it. Some people are studying it, so they look at it like that. Some people, they talk about their voice in their head, and others talk about the communication that they encounter, whether it's with the universe or with the God, or they may call it with with people around them, or animals, or the whole life situation, so on and so forth. This is a phenomenon that exists with the human consciousness. However, intelligence age is an age that we gotta go beyond the conversations of platforms that we have. In other words, they're not gonna disappear like our industrial age did not disappear. It's a foundation of our industries and so on and so forth. So they continue to do their job. And then information age, based on the, is not to regurgitate more information, but as we keep the conversation, our realization will arise to levels that goes beyond our conversations by the realizations. Now the realizations comes up, and then information age is right there, which is after the conversations happens. But of course, there is many facets to this that I'm trying to put it in a very systematic as I can get with this, because it's a very poetic process. It's all happening all at once. So I improvise this. There's no other way. So this is not about you necessarily looking at it or just understanding it. This is about communicating it. So communication of human consciousness is something that we're still not, we don't have such schools as to, in psychology they talk about that, in parapsychology actually, because if it cannot be studied or measured, it's going to be disregarded. So the reason I decided to bring this up is because I've been studying about this for quite a while, and trying to incorporate that into my lifestyle and so on and so forth. But to claim that I am the leader, no. In the intelligence age, everyone is a leader. So in other words, this is like a puzzle that puts itself together or orchestrates with one another, harmonizes with each other. But my thing about telepathy is that it has a spiritual essence to it, and that spiritual essence is that we not only are a part of it, but as we basically shifted into that consciousness and transform and become spontaneous human beings of communication, you would realize that then those stories about and that are written excuse me, and or being said excuse me, it kind of like makes some sort of a true excuse me, some sort of a truth due to the fact that due to the fact that excuse me, due to the fact that communication is something that excuse me, the more sophisticated we get, the less we need to use excuse me, the more we going to become aware that we don't need to text as much or to write as much or use excuse me, our conversation as much. So that's basically the whole process. Excuse me, hold on a moment. Okay, so the whole issue concerning the fact that we want to move forward to a point of consciousness that we can be able to communicate with one another in such a convenient ways is humanity consciousness going to levels that basically becomes, or it is, more spiritual. In other words, this spontaneous conversation, like don't do something to your neighbor as you would not want to be done to you, as it has been said many times during any Bible study through any religion, I'm sure. So telepathy, studies of telepathy and coming to consciousness of it, it's basically the intelligence of humanity going forward. Of course, it's a wacky stuff if we consider this as something foreign or unbelievable or impossible or never really existence and not reliable, in other words. But for example, as I was watching some of these shows on law of attraction, it is very spontaneous with those conversations of people channeling a more wiser entity, that yes, they talk about frequency, and the frequency is unconditional love, as they may call it, or they may call it higher power. It could be anything as such, but it's unconditional, unjudgmental, and basically the communication is about enjoyment of life. So this is what we have in place. So that's why I decided to incorporate the network marketing business that I have also in place for people to come and join or be part of this broadcast or congregation. So for people to come, take their vitamins, try different products, enjoy the business, have an extra income, because we are all connected through that. And also, no matter what network marketing you may be from, you can come and get into this conversation with us. And telepathy is after information age. That simultaneously is in process, but I'm just making you more conscious of it. And network marketing is exactly that. Now mine, because of Dreams Come True Coaching, is net dream marketing. And then we have a network marketing business as such. And if you like to be part of specific opportunity of this Dreams Come True Coaching platform that me and my wife are part of, or my family is part of, you can be part of this family in such a nutritious way. And this company has deals with any malnutrition. In other words, you can even donate food to children of the world to keep them nourished. But our platform is for you to come in, whether you sign up with me or you're from any network marketing, to extend your communication to levels that you not thought possible. And simultaneously, if you could, come to more awareness that you can talk to other people or communicate with others, the law of attraction and all that kind of frequency conversation and all that kind of stuff, whether it's your religion, whether it's your science, whether it's your notions of like law of attraction is talking about, for example, whether you acknowledge the scientific frequency of stuff, that I'm a PhD background and all that kind of stuff, so I learned about these things. Let's start the humanity based on something that, they don't even teach this to general public in parapsychology, because they're looking at it in a scientific way. They're not looking at it in at a conversational way that we have going on with these platforms like this that I'm talking to you about. So this is a revolutionary change at my department, because I'm taking the responsibility to bring this forth, whether it's not talked about, there are just some notions and some kind of like claims or some kind of, things that are made in cartoons. But if we come to the consciousness that we are the frequency, we are communicating the frequency, we are living the frequency, then we can change our lives alone and together and as a humanity that we are in this global consciousness that we live in. So I ask and I shall receive that yes, authors, speakers, event organizers, travel agents, let's co-produce this. This is Dr. Corey. Thank you for joining me. If you need private coaching, I also have value prices available when you contact me. But you have my New Skin number. If you like to join the thing, do that, and basically we will be more basically within our own database that way. So have a good day and see you again soon. Bye-bye.